Hi, so there's some good news. Twilight has been moved from December 12th, 2008 to November 21st, 2008. So 3 weeks early. That's awesome. But Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, sorry, I was thinking of the Goblet of Fire for some reason, has been moved to another date. And I believe it is next summer. But Twilight had nothing to do with with this. So that's good. They're just saying, I'm guessing Harry Potter's not ready or anything. But I'm sure if you're a Harry Potter fan and a Twilight fan, which I am, but I'm more of a Twilight fan, you're okay with that because, you know, we've seen all 5 movies of Harry Potter. If you haven't, okay. But, you know, it's going to be the same. Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, they're all coming back, no worries. But, you know, like we've seen, like, it's just another story. If you've read the book, you know what's going to happen. They're just putting it on film. Probably changing it around a little bit. But the thing is, with Twilight, even though you've read the whole series, you haven't seen what it's like on film. Sorry, I can't talk properly today. But, you know, it's going to be awesome. And, yeah, can't wait to see Robert Pattinson. Oh my god. I love him. So yeah, that's great because I might go with Trey, probably. For those of you who don't know who Trey is, he's my boyfriend. It says so on my channel. Yeah, he's a Twilight fan, which I'm really happy about because my ex-boyfriend, he's like, Twilight? What the hell? That's for gays. I was like, okay. I didn't break up with him because of that. No. He was an asshole in the end. Yeah. So, I'm pretty stoked for that. Yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, Trey's Twilight guy. Yeah. He's Team Edward. But there's another thing I want to talk about. Edward and Jacob. Talk about that another time. But really, a lot of girls, I'll talk about it a little bit right now, but a lot of girls say the story should be without Jacob because he ruins the whole thing. Without Jacob, really, there's no story, sort of. Like, there's none of that Edward-Jacob hate there. Like, it just puts the story together. It's like, it's a little typical, like, if you have somebody who falls in love, obviously they're gonna get married and stuff and do that. But with Jacob there, like, I mean, I'm not team Jacob. I'm Team Edward. But Jacob's a cool guy. Like, you know, actually they're like sort of 50-50, but it's actually 70-30. Edward's 70%, Jacob's 30%. Sometimes I just like Jacob. But you know, he's a good guy, Jacob. Like, without him in the story, it's boring, sort of. It's like, without Edward, it's boring. Obviously, without Edward, there's no story, but without Jacob, like, first in Twilight, the book, I was talking to my friends, they're like, this Jacob kid, he shouldn't even be in it, da-da-da-da-da. And then New Moon, she's like, oh, I hate Jacob Black, he's an asshole, da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, but without Jacob Black, there's no story. Like, what is she gonna do, go to Mike Newton? Anyways, so, just clearing that up, Jacob's a good guy, don't hate him. Because, you know, he cares for Bella, too. And so Bella, there's really no story. And if, you know, he's a good guy. Just, he's a good guy. That's all I'm trying to say. And like I said a million times, without Jacob, there's really no, like, I'm not gonna say suspense, but be a boring story, like I've said. Okay, so that's good. So go November 21st, 2008, go see Twilight.